In this video, you will learn the parts of the perfect paragraph formula. The perfect paragraph is a formula for how to create an organized and supported argument. This perfect paragraph formula will help give you a good foundation of how to write an organized and detailed argumentative writing. Here are the steps to the perfect paragraph. First, you have your topic sentence, then your first support, followed by your first elaboration, then your second support, and your second elaboration, then your third support, and your third elaboration. The last sentence is your closing sentence to wrap up your paragraph. Let's define some important terms. A topic sentence is the first sentence of the paragraph where you state what the paragraph is about. This is a way to introduce your topic and make it clear what you're arguing. Here's an example of a topic sentence. Our topic is the movie The Dark Knight. Here's an example. The Dark Knight is by far the best movie ever made. Notice we're introducing the topic, The Dark Knight, and we're saying our argument that this is the best movie. Here's an example of a support. Remember, our topic is the movie The Dark Knight. So we need to think of a fact or a reason why The Dark Knight was a great movie. To start, it has the most incredible, mind-blowing special effects. So our first support involves the special effects. Notice the beginning transition words that I added to this support. The words to start. Transition words are great things to add into your writing because they help your sentences flow easier, and it makes it easy for the reader to know what your next support is. Another key term is an elaboration. Elaborations and supports go together. An elaboration is an explanation of how the support proves your point. So basically, an elaboration is just another sentence that explains your support or your reason. Here's an example of an elaboration. Remember, our support was that The Dark Knight had really good special effects. So we need to explain this a little more and give examples. Remember, this was our support. Here's our elaboration that goes with that support. Throughout the movie, there are amazing acrobatic fights, countless explosions, including a semi-truck being turned upside down. So here, we're explaining the special effects in the movie and giving examples. Remember, we should have more than one support for a good paragraph. We should have 3. So here's an example of my second support and my second elaboration. Remember, supports and elaborations go together. Here's my support. In addition, the characters are entertaining and captivating for the audience. So my next reason why The Dark Knight's a good movie are the characters. Notice again, I added a transition, the words in addition. It helps my sentences flow. Now here's my elaboration. The Joker is chillingly creepy with his mangled smile and eerie habit of constantly licking the side of his mouth. So now I'm giving you an example of a character that I thought was entertaining from the movie. And here's my third support and elaboration. Finally, Although the movie is almost 3 hours long, the plot is full of exciting events and numerous surprises that keep the audience on the edge of their seats. That was my support. Now I have to explain that support with an elaboration. When the Joker is finally captured, you think he's done for. However, his clever master plan surprises the audience, and you realize there's more in store for Gotham. So here I gave an example of an exciting event from The Dark Knight. Notice again, I included another transition word, the word finally. The last part of the perfect paragraph is the closing sentence. You want to make sure you don't forget your closing sentence because it wraps up your paragraph. Here's my closing sentence. In conclusion, there is a reason that The Dark Knight was #1 at movie theaters all over the country for weeks. The movie's superior special effects, interesting characters, and action-filled plot all make The Dark Knight the best movie ever made. Notice in this closing sentence, I summarized my 3 supports that I included in the paragraph. You could do this in a closing sentence, or you could just summarize overall what your point is again. You just want to make sure the reader understands what you're trying to argue. So here's the perfect paragraph all together. You can see the first sentence is in dark blue, and that's our topic sentence. All of the sentences that are in dark green are our supports. All of the sentences that are light green are our elaborations. Notice the supports and the elaborations go together. The last sentence in light blue is our closing sentence. All of these sentences together make a perfect paragraph. Now that you know the key terms, what is the perfect paragraph formula? See if you can fill out your notes before I give you the answers. Make sure you've tried to fill out your notes before I give you the answers. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause it now. All right, let's check your answers. What's the first part of the perfect paragraph? If you said topic sentence, you're correct. What goes next? The first support. What always comes after a support? An elaboration. What comes next? The second support. And of course, what's going to come after a support? An elaboration. The third part is our third support. And what comes after a support? An elaboration. And finally, what's the last thing we need for a perfect paragraph? Our closing sentence to wrap it up. Now you should be able to write a perfect paragraph.